All right. So good evening. This is S&A, the S&A Fee Committee meeting on February 22nd, 2024. I don't think that part's necessary, but that's okay. And I'll call this meeting to order at 5:05 p.m. So if we could just look over our agenda and our minutes from last week. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Yeah.
You got to do roll call in attendance first.
Oh, I do? Dang.
Yeah.
Which
do you want me to help you with that, Xander?
Please.
Yep. And so for the records of the minutes, we have Xander here stepping in currently as our chair. Nick Villa, Jake Robinson on the committee. Alice, Spencer, and Jared are all not present at the moment. Aaron is also absent, but myself, Joey Bryant, Mia Young are here, and then we have Lola Gallagher in the audience attendant. So, okay, now you can move into the agenda.
Okay, fantastic. So I'd like to entertain a motion to approve our agenda here.
I will motion to approve the agenda.
Excellent. Do we have a second?
I second.
Wonderful. All right. Let's vote. All in favor? Okay, that looks like two. Awesome.
Yep.
So we are unanimous in that. Awesome. So I'd like to entertain a motion to approve last week's minutes.
A motion to approve last week's minutes.
Wonderful. Do we have a second?
I will second that motion.
Incredible. Let's vote. Yay, unanimous. Okay. Now let's move on to our reports. So I don't have any reports. Do you have any reports, Joey?
I do. The one I have is actually from Aaron, and it was a follow-up to the question you all asked regarding the Source and Office of Undergraduate financial report. So she sent me essentially the report that was posted and run had an error. The numbers were not correct, and so she just sent it today. We'll get it posted on the website, but as an update, I'm looking at the fiscal 22 and fiscal 23 for undergraduate research. In fiscal 22, they did have an ending fund balance of $44,000. In fiscal 23, they left about $19,000 unspent at the end of the year. And so the $63,000 rollback, that part is accurate. But if you do the math, that's the combination of the unspent funds of the 2 years. So there was no additional pieces. It was only the rollback that transfer out was the unspent funds for the 2 years. We'll get that updated financial report posted on the website for folks, but there was no other odd anomaly other than just the one number that was shown in there was off. So that was Aaron's just kind of update to answer the question from last week.
Okay, fantastic. So any ACWU reports from Nick?
Yes, if you guys are on campus or nearby, we are actually having an event from our governmental affairs office called Let's Talk About It. And it's just information about the presidential elections and what's going on. It's going to be 5 to 6, I believe. And it's just going to be here in the Circ 137 A and B. If you guys are interested, there'll be also free tacos.
Sounds very exciting. Okay. So
I will add on there, Xander, just to throw in as an added, I know there's only a handful of you all, and I know Nick is going to head there, so we're going to go quickly through things. It is being moderated by ACW Governmental Affairs. We do have some poli-sci faculty as well as the county auditor there to talk and present and things. So awesome event. And if that one entices you, the free tacos for sure.
Okay, marvelous. And when is that happening? Is that today?
It's currently happening right now.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Wonderful. We'll have to wrap this up fast then. Have we received any communications?
Yes, the only communication I received was from Joel Clucking, our senior vice president, who did approve our recommended supplemental funding that we had sent the week before last. Sense of time, all is a blur right now, but with Board of Trustees, we did get word back on Friday that he had approved those recommended supplemental requests. So Aaron's working with those groups, but as of right now, we're all caught up on our recommendations and have all been approved.
Great. That's fantastic. So let's go to first round public comments. If you have a comment, now's the time. Seeing none, let's move to our new business. We've got 3 reviews of annual financial reports and our program reviews. So let's start with the Diversity and Equity Center.
So I'll jump in and just give my kind of brief, quick elevator speech like I have been on the programs. And if there's questions or things, I can pull them up for the sake of it. Hopefully you all had a chance to review ahead of time. And Mia is sharing them in the chat for those in the meeting if you want to take a look at them. But the Diversity and Equity Center is one of our program and support areas that specifically provides education, programming, resources related to diversity, equity, inclusivity. You'll see there's a lot of large scale events that get put on across campus. There's a lot of affinity-based groups. They're the primary support for our Equity and Services Council, which you all already reviewed their program reviews and things earlier. They're the administrative support, and so it's kind of housed through Diversity Equity Center. But it's really an area to provide a sense of belonging and community for our students in a lot of different ways. So that's a quick elevator speech, but questions about anything on their annual report, the financial report, or on their program review?
Yeah, I don't have any questions. It looks all good to me.
I don't have any questions either.
Cool.
Okay. So next, let's move on to the Publicity Center, and we'll have a look at that program review.
Yep. And so I'll give a little, again, brief description summary. So the Publicity Center is really our S&A funded area that helps to provide publicity, marketing, advertisement for a lot of our student-centered services and activities. Specifically, is intended to provide those services for our S&A funded units as a way to help increase visibility, spread the word in a professional setting within that. They have recently undergone some organizational changes in the last year where they've moved under the new division of University Relations. And so they're over in that division now, which is kind of trying to identify the structure and what those services and supports are going to look like moving forward as we move towards the future. But in looking at their annual report from the last 2 years and then their program review for this year, are there questions, comments, concerns?
I'm not really seeing anything concerning. I do appreciate that they put examples of the things that they do. I think that's pretty neat. They do some really cool stuff.
Absolutely.
Everything looks good to me.
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jake.
I would say the same.
All right, then let's move on to the rec center. Going nice and quick today.
Yeah. Well, in university recreation, this one is specifically for our university recreation facilities and services that are here in the Ellensburg campus. This is an area that when you all look through their financial report, but specifically the program review, this funding helps to provide support to it. University recreation also is funded via the rec center fee, which is only paid by Ellensburg-based students, and then self-support revenue generated from memberships and things for non-students and some of their activities or classes that they offer. And so this helps to support it. It provides funding for some of our student positions, our professional positions, but university recreation is the main facility housed in the Student Union Rec Center, but also has the sports complex up north and a couple of other pieces tied to it, our outdoor pursuits and rentals, those types of things. So it's a pretty large area. The part I want to highlight to you all is that the S&A funds a chunk of that, but it's also funded through rec center fees and self-support. So with all of that, any questions in looking at their financial report or program reviews?
No questions for myself.
No, none on my end.
None over here either.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
Well, those were
for
quick and easy.
that they are, and we have no old business, so this is our second call for public comment. Yeah.
Less a public comment and more just as a follow-up to the program reviews and things. Again, if you all ever do have questions, if things come up, not only you on the committee, but also anyone watching the recording and things as you're looking through it, please don't hesitate to reach out to either Aaron or myself as the advisors to S&A or to the individual programs as well. It obviously has the contacts when you look at the top on who's the program manager or director within there. So happy to answer any of those as they come up in the future.
Okay. Well, yeah. Any other public comment? Oh, I see something in the text from Lola. Can somebody please read that? I apologize.
Yes. Lola has a reminder, if you know anyone wanting a listing in the spring quarter hype, to please fill out the form that's attached there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lola. I think the hype submissions are due by tomorrow to get into the spring hype.
Yeah, to be guaranteed to be in. We'll take them on space available basis next week, but we're really trying to get as many in as possible.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, yes, thank you. If we've got no other public comment, then I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
Okay, a second.
I will second that motion.
Marvelous. Let's vote.
1 second to turn on my camera. Okay, I'm raising my hand. I just can't turn on my camera right now.
Incredible. Okay, fantastic. Well, that motion passes, so I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day.
If you get a chance, go check out the Talk About Primaries in the CIRC.
Great talking.
Otherwise, have a great rest of your week, y'all. See you next Thursday.
Bye, folks.
Bye, everyone.